Is Hedera selling HBAR right now? Are they dumping HBAR on the open market? Well, the reason why I am making this video is because a lot of people on Twitter, on YouTube, they have been spreading false information about Hedera, and they're talking bad about Hedera and HBAR because they're frustrated maybe that the price has been going down. And those same people do not understand Hedera and their circulating supply, the release distribution schedule. And we're going to take a look at many things in today's video about Hedera and the fact that yes, the circulating supply of Hedera has been going up a lot, and I saw this yesterday, so I wanted to make a video about this because this is very important. Okay, the blue line is the HBAR circulating supply. As you can tell, this is how much HBAR is in circulation, and the white line obviously is the price. Okay, so as you can tell, there has been a lot of HBAR introduced to the market in the past few years, and right here last year at the height of the market there was a lot more that was released. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this because this is very, very important, and we're going to take a look at it in just a second. But we're going to talk about so many other things Hedera HBAR, okay? But real quick as well, Hedera is now partnered up with the Karate Combat. This right here, as you can tell, the HBAR Foundation is up here, Hedera is right here. So I like to see this new marketing happening with Hedera, and many of you probably have seen this picture already. This is basically the Hedera HBAR transactions per second compared to the major blockchains and cryptocurrencies around the world. And as you can tell, Hedera is number 4, just right behind Binance. Binance is doing about 42 transactions per second. Hedera is doing about 39 transactions per second. Stellar Lumens is doing about 150 transactions per second. Solana is doing about 350 transactions per second. But this explanation point right here basically means that the transactions per second could be inflated. Okay, so honestly, like, I like Solana, and if you made a lot of money with Solana, congratulations. But yes, they do somewhat borderline lie a lot, and they like inflate their numbers, but that's for a whole nother video. I'm not trying to talk shit about Solana, but I'm just saying that their numbers sometimes don't add up. They really don't add up. But anyway, Stellar Lumens and Binance are the only other 2 cryptocurrencies above Hedera. Okay, Hedera is literally faster and is doing more transactions per second than Polygon, Matic, Algorand, Ethereum, Phantom, Arbitrum, Near Protocol, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Kronos, all of these cryptocurrencies. So that's just one reason why Hedera is actually adding real value, even though the HBAR circulating supply is going up, and we're going to take a look at that in just a second. But real quick, right now, buying HBAR at 6 cents feels illegal. I tweeted this yesterday because I was thinking about buying more HBAR. I've just been accumulating way more HBAR right now since we've been consolidating right here. We're finding a base, we're finding a support, and this is actually a really, really good sign because as you can tell, if we take a look at the price and the chart of HBAR, before this massive pump last year, we were finding a support. We were consolidating, as you can tell. Right here in 2020, basically, we were just, doing nothing. We're just moving sideways for a long time. So the longer that we just move sideways, the better. Okay, well, now I truly believe we have one more capitulating event with Bitcoin, Ethereum, the overall cryptocurrency market. So we could go down just a little bit, but either way, in the long term, you'll be like, wow, I wish I bought more Hedera HBAR at 6 cents. Okay, so right now, if you were bullish on Hedera HBAR last year when we were at 50 cents, you should love it right now that we're at 6 cents only. You can basically buy 10 HBAR for the price of 1. Last year, you would have had to pay 50 cents for 1 HBAR. Right now, you can buy about 9 HBAR for the same amount that you could last year. So, but real quick, before we get into this chart right here, because this is going to be the main focus of today's video, okay, make sure you subscribe, make sure you join us. We're about to hit 70,000 subscribers. So what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button down below because we speak about HBAR, XRP, QNT, and other good cryptocurrencies every single day. So that is why you want to join us. And those same people that are speaking smack about Hedera right now, that are talking crap, they're basically sad and mad that HBAR is going down in value. And if you're sad and mad and angry that you can buy your favorite investments at a lower price, well, guess what? you will probably not be that successful in cryptocurrency because crypto is very volatile. And if you were happy last year when HBAR was at an all-time high and you're mad and angry right now because you don't have money to buy or whatever it is, like if you cannot add more to your position, maybe that's why you're angry, and maybe that's why you will not be successful, because the true time to be successful and to accumulate wealth and generational wealth is when the price is low. Okay, this is when you want to be buying. Last year, yes, was a good buy. Like by 2025, 2030, whether you bought at 50 cents or at 5 cents, it will be the exact same thing. Like, does anyone really care whether they bought Bitcoin at $100 or $50? No, it's the same thing basically now. So it's going to be the exact same concept with Hedera HBAR in the next few years. Whether you buy Hedera at 6 cents or 50 cents, it's the same thing. But those same people that are speaking smack about Hedera HBAR don't really know what's happening behind the scenes. And yes, right now we crossed over 2.5 billion transactions on mainnet, which is absolutely crazy. It feels just like yesterday that we crossed 1 billion. I remember last year in the middle of 2021, we crossed 1 billion. And so far we've been growing and growing and growing. So I love to see this. I absolutely love it. And this right here is a video. I'm not going to play it for you, but this is a video from Kitco News. And this is Mance Harmon right here. He is the CEO or the ex-CEO of Hedera, because now Hedera is decentralized and is governed by the governing council. All of these companies right here. But this guy used to be the ex-CEO of Hedera, and he spoke to Kitco News, and was saying how this crypto like HBAR could overtake Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Hedera HBAR still needs to raise some money, okay? And that's where we're going to get into the circulating supply now, okay? Because Hedera HBAR, think of it like Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin, there's about 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be released. And miners that are basically owners of Bitcoin, they mine and they get rewarded new Bitcoin. Yes, brand new Bitcoin that was created out of nowhere. So Hedera HBAR is the exact same way. The governing council members, the owners of Hedera, they're growing the ecosystem, but they need to finance all of the activity. So what do? Obviously, they sell some HBAR onto the open market. Some, they're not dumping it, and they're doing it slowly, so no one entity controls a massive amount of HBAR, so HBAR stays secure. But think of this right here, this release schedule of Hedera HBAR, the same thing as Bitcoin mining rewards, or for example, Dogecoin. Billions and billions of new Dogecoin are created every single year to finance the Dogecoin Foundation. There's so many cryptocurrencies around the world that release new crypto tokens within like every month or every few weeks or every day even, so they can, have money, so they can actually grow the foundation, they can grow the cryptocurrency project. And what you really need to pay attention to is not to the circulating supply, but really it's the network growth. Is Hedera growing? Are they creating new partnerships? Does the ecosystem continue to expand? Those are questions that you need to be asking yourself. And eventually, the faster that they release these HBAR, the better, honestly, because finally, if we get to 100% total supply released and we don't have any more HBAR to be released, that's when the real supply shock will happen. Like imagine right now, there's about 46% of the total HBAR that will ever be created. Only 46% is out. So imagine once 100% of the HBAR is out completely, well, guess what? At that point, if you want to buy HBAR, you cannot release more HBAR. You will have to buy from the open market, and the price of HBAR will not be 6 cents. It will not be 60 cents. It will be $6 and way more. So again, this is a time when you want to be accumulating. And also, just like all of these different cryptocurrency projects, like Stellar Lumens Foundation. Yes, Stellar literally releases XLM tokens so they can continue to fund the Stellar Development Foundation. Binance as well. They were for a long time releasing BNB tokens or stable coins so they can also fund Binance and they can keep growing. Polygon Matic, same thing. Polygon, Ethereum, Algorand, all of the major cryptocurrencies in the world, they release tokens, brand new tokens onto the open market so they can keep growing. It's like a company in the stock market. They issue new shares. They literally create new shares out of nowhere. Like Elon Musk and Tesla, they've done it so many times. Like Apple has done it so many times. Amazon, Google, some of the largest companies in the world, they have all issued brand new shares and created them out of thin air so they can keep growing and They can raise capital, they can make money so they can fund their company, so they can keep growing. And does that mean that we do not use Apple? Does that mean that we stop using Google or Amazon? Obviously not. People are still buying Teslas. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, but they have issued brand new shares so many times. So just because HBAR and Hedera is growing and they need money and they're issuing new HBAR tokens does not mean it's a bad investment. It does not mean that they're a scam. It does not mean that they're trying to dump on you. It just means that they're trying to grow. They're trying to, obviously they have to pay their employees so they can continue creating new partnerships. So that's why they're doing it. But one thing that was really, really interesting is the fact that Hedera HBAR, basically, it seemed like they knew when the top was happening, okay? So we were at a slow release right here, as you can tell, and then out of nowhere, just bam, all of these HBAR was released onto the open market, basically at the height of Hedera HBAR, and then bam, again, right here, a second leg up, literally the peak of Hedera. So that's one thing that's really interesting. I wish they told me also when the top of the market was, so I could have just sold and then bought more right here. So maybe that was a coincidence. I don't know, because in 2020, right here, there was two big leg ups right here, as you can tell, right here in 2020 when the price was low. So maybe this was just a coincidence. But at the beginning of 2021, they did not do this. Okay, so I don't know. I really think that they knew that we were at the top of the market. So that's just one thing that it kind of looks odd. It looks strange, to say the least. And yes, I get how some people might see this as Hedera dumping HBAR in the open market. But again, focus on the partnerships of Hedera HBAR. Focus on the network growth, the ecosystem growth. And speaking about that, just yesterday, right here, we released a video titled HBAR Shocking Partnerships. And a lot of you loved that video. Okay, so thank you for all your support. We covered so many different partnerships, over like 12 different partnerships that are all connected with Microsoft or Amazon or some of the biggest companies in the world. Okay, Hedera HBAR is connected with. So this right here is one reason, one example why Hedera HBAR needs this money, obviously, so they can keep growing. And don't think of Hedera right now as a bad investment just because it's down at 6 cents. Okay, people hate on my videos that are in the HBAR community. There's still a lot of love, but also there's a lot of people that are getting really frustrated, and that's maybe a sign that we're hitting towards the bottom. Okay, we're all close towards the bottom is when a lot of people are like angry and they're just nasty people right now when prices are low. And again, everyone, do not be those people. Be happy right now. Be absolutely happy that you can buy HBAR at 6 cents instead of 50 cents or even more, because by the next bull run, by the time that the next bull run comes, Hedera HBAR will be at $1, $2 easily, and you will have wished that you bought more Hedera HBAR at 6 cents instead of complaining. You would have wished that you got up to work and you go do something that you love so you can save more money and invest it instead of just sitting on YouTube all day or Twitter and talking smack about Hedera. You will have wished that you were doing something useful with your life so that way you can invest for your future. And Hedera HBAR is the future. Just like the website right here, it says, "Hello HBAR, hello future." Actually, he used to say that. I'm still living in the past. He used to literally say, "Hello HBAR, hello future." But Hedera HBAR is the future, okay, everyone? So that's why we cover Hedera almost every single day. And yes, it was very interesting that Hedera released a bunch of HBAR towards the top. Honestly, I call this as a smart business move. Like, people might see this as like, oh, Hedera was dumping on the open market. Well, guess what? Imagine if they were dumping HBAR right here when the price is now at 6 cents. Basically, it would push the price down from 6 cents down to 3 cents and possibly even lower, because we're in a bear market. So from a business standpoint, from a financial perspective, it was actually really smart for them to release this much HBAR at the very top. Okay, so that means that's one sign that Hedera knows what they're doing. Okay, because again, they're partnered up with some of the largest companies in the world. So honestly, it's just like you in your portfolio. Would you want to sell when we're at the top, or do you want to sell when we're at the bottom? Obviously, you want to sell when we're at the top so you can buy back in at the bottom. And imagine if Hedera and HBAR come out with something saying like, oh, now we're going to start buying back HBAR from the open market. Imagine if they come out with a news release statement like that and they're like, yeah, we're going to actually buy back HBAR. Imagine what that will do to the price of HBAR. And I'm not saying that will happen because we're still at 46% circulating supply, but let's say we get to 86% circulating supply and they want to get the circulating supply down a little bit. Well, that will again contribute to the supply shock of Hedera HBAR. So also, remember, the CEO, the ex-CEO of Hedera really believes that HBAR can overtake Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that was directly from Mance Harmon. And I know every single CEO thinks that their company is the best, but there is truly something special with Hedera HBAR. And if you're watching this video up until now, there is something special with you. So again, if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? We speak about HBAR, XRP, and other good cryptocurrencies every single day. So that's why you want to join us. That's why you want to subscribe real quick. But that is why Hedera is, yes, they're selling HBAR, but they are not dumping, and it is not a scam. Hedera HBAR is the future of cryptocurrency.